Hi, it's been a very long while since I posted on this channel. However, I wanted to show you my new study take. Not only take, but like I wanted to revisit the video I posted like a year ago, the study techniques, and I would update it a bit because some things has changed, some things haven't. Ever will go over this soon, so yeah, let's just yeah, I'll show you. Since last video, I graduated high school and I got into uni. I got into telecommunications and I had to change some things because high school is not like uni, and my organization needed a bit more. Still needs a bit a lot of improving actually. So actually, first that you can see is plenty full of notes. Notes that are quite important to me, and they help me focus on my studying. And yeah, they have some very important values I want to pursue. Here's a simple goal list to keep me on track with what I want to do as well. There's not much in there, but part of it, the one crossed, is like to get into uni in the first place. Yeah, so desk-wise, I think that's all. I don't think much has changed on my desk. The clock is still there, the analog clock. It really is something I actually love. Yeah, these are new, but that's nothing new. Okay. Yeah, so I think we can get to the tech stuff, I guess. Okay, so like this whole semester is a big experiment for me, really, because I'm testing like new techniques, different approaches to studying to find the one that fits me. So for now, there isn't much, but I actually did some changes. First of all, I decided that I need to cut on my technology a bit. So I have turned my phone, actually, as you may see, I have the preview. I have turned my phone into grayscale, and actually I have removed a lot of apps. Now I have only Google stuff, gallery, calendar, some school stuff, Alarmy, and the rest actually. So yeah, not many apps, and it did help me get off my phone like significantly. Before that, I would come back home with my phone almost dead, and now I charge it like every other day. So it really did help me, and with the time I gained, actually, I got myself into reading more. I actually digged my old ebook from the shelf. Its pocketbook looks free, I think. Don't remember well actually, but that ebook is actually the greatest time killer I have ever had. Yeah, recently I just finished reading a book. Yeah, but it's really great to have it on me all the time because I get to read different books. I actually want to start the Deep Work by, I don't remember by who, but yeah, I wanted to start Deep Work. I'm not sure where it is now. Somewhere there, I guess. Yeah, anyway, I think I still need to download it on my ebook. Either way, it's a great time killer, and not only time killer, but also I can read on it like the help books. Yeah, it's a great device, really. Next, next. Um, because I ditched my phone a lot, now I have switched to more analog devices and like things. So actually, this is an old, very old, not so long, but 2023, 2024. 24 is actually coming to the end, so it is quite old, outdated. Oh, that's the word. It's an outdated student's calendar I got from my mom before, but I decided I could use it as my makeshift journal for now, and for a week it is working. I mean, it's not great, it's not terrible, it's just fine. So in the last page we have the habits. For now it's only one. For now I want to see how long I can keep the grayscale on my phone, so that's actually the only thing that's here. I should probably mark it yesterday's as well. Yeah, so as you can see, it's only been a week since I have that grayscale, that journal and everything, but for now it's working actually great. Here are some of my thoughts I used to keep on my phone, because I used to keep like all my different ideas on my phones. Now it's in here. Helps me get over the device, the electronics. Right. And one more improvement that's actually been inspired by James called, and not only that one thing, but still, it's like making to-do list and do lists. So that actually is a list of do lists I was performing on certain days, and that actually works pretty great. Also, again, great helper. So that I have changed. Right. Now, for a bit more grand, I guess, my computer, I decided to, because I like to have separate environments for different things, and for studying, I especially wanted a different environment. So this is actually my separate account on my computer, meant only for studying. So it has really, I tried to keep as little distractions on this account as possible. So no Windows bar, it only slides up. Not many apps, only the necessary, like Obsidian for note taking, and my study files, whatever. It also has, I think, no games, or at least I didn't try. I try to uninstall every app that isn't useful for it, and I try to keep it as minimalistic as possible, to keep it in the zen. So my browser is also in the same wallpaper and has little apps and websites, I mean. I have it divided into different categories. Right, internet is down. Well, whatever, doesn't matter now. However, I have it divided in like two different categories, as you can see. One is for making do lists, and the other is actually for studying. So that one is supposedly to have less web pages open. That's still open from the yesterday. And when I need to uncheck the stuff I was doing, I just switch. I go to Trello and just click it that it's done. What hasn't changed is actually, that I use Trello still. Trello is an awesome app, I think. It's really great. Love Trello. I would show you if I have it internet right now, but yeah, it's out, so I can't. I still use Google Calendar just because it's multi-platform. I still use Google Keep just because it's multi-platform as well. So but I don't use Google Keep as much since I have this my students calendar that I use as my journal. Has anything else changed? Probably not. The way I approach classes did change actually. Before, in high school at least, I would do as much notes as possible so I can review them later at home. And I try to keep the same technique in uni. However, it's not really working as great as I would think. So I have like plenty of notes since the beginning, but as farther you go with my actually notes, the less notes there are. And that is for a very simple reason. I noticed that I study better when I listen to the lecturer and review the slides they send later on the apps. So I stopped making as many notes as before in high school. I actually switched to digital notes. I tried Notion, now I use Obsidian, and actually I love this app. It's really great. I can't complain much about it. Here you can see I was recently taking notes of how many points I have to do to pass certain subjects. But you may see actually, I'll put you on the side. Okay, I'll try to keep it visible for you guys. Hold up. it's all makeshift, okay? Maybe this probably isn't the best view. You know, I should actually turn on my screen recorder so you can see better. Okay. So now that I have my screen recorder on, so basically you can see I was writing down my notes for points I need to do. However, you may see that I have actually notes from my math class. Those are matrices, so it's really great for taking math notes as well, thanks to LaTeX. Actually, I love LaTeX. You can do a lot of with LaTeX, actually. I'm trying to show you how easy it is to type in LaTeX to some equations. So yeah, this is actually not the real LaTeX. Obsidian lets you install certain plugins, and I have the plugin LaTeX something, I don't remember actually. I have several plugins, like LaTeX Suite, which actually allows. The main thing about this plugin is supposed to replace certain words you type into actual LaTeX expressions. However, what's great about this plugin, you can add your own. So I actually did some of my own. I added for math word space to actually type space instead. It's a bit quicker. It's not, but actually it helps during lectures. And for Python, actually, because we are coding as well, I added another hotkey, I guess, shortcut, to type for me all this instead. And actually, it works awesome. I can't really complain much. Yeah, it's really great. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it even colors for you, so it's really great. Love Obsidian, LaTeX. Yeah, those things are awesome. Yeah, other plugins I have for Obsidian. I should check actually. Yeah, there are like several basics one, like word count and autolink. Calendar I did because I thought I would use it, however I did not end up using it. It just allows you to type, for example, today, and it just gives you the date. So really useful when you need that. However, I don't, so I'm always manually typing the date up in the title, because apparently you cannot do that in title, which is very, very sad. I'm trying to do that and it just doesn't work. So yeah, other plugins I do have. Desmos. I thought I would use a graphic calculator as well. I ended up not. So yeah, not awesome. File tree alternative actually is an awesome plugin. It's actually this. You can see all the folders, how they collapse on each other, and it's really comfortable to look. A bit more than this, because this is just a bunch of files, and yeah, not really great. So this is awesome. I just love it. Next plugin, actually. Importer. Because before I actually did notes on Notion, which I can actually show you. I did know some Notion because it does have multi-platform synchronizing. So I have some old right. I don't have internet, so it won't show me. But I did have old notes here, like here. You may see, and again, it's offline, so I can show you. However, Notion is quite limited for my use, so I didn't. I found Obsidian and I actually fell in love with it because Obsidian is just so much more diverse. It has plenty of plugins to help you customize it, and yeah, that's why I switched to Obsidian and ditched Notion, and that's why this important there is. I needed to export my Notion apps into Obsidian to not lose them, and since then, actually very comfortable. I have my notes on my computer. I can write them anywhere actually, quite comfortably, and I can always print them to PDF files if I need it, and print them out on paper to mark them something. It's yeah, great tool. LaTeX Suite explained natural language dates. Yeah, actually, I think that's the one with the add today, add yesterday. Actually, that's the one. I don't remember what calendar does. Well, whatever. I have it still, so yeah. Pandoc plugin. So this plugin is meant only for exporting files. If I ever need to export it in like very weird files, like the Word file, the docs. Smart typography. It's just appearance looking thingy. It just makes a bit more of those characters look a bit better. For example, those fractions. Actually, I may need to show you. So actually, those fractions, it just changes to look like this. It's a bit nicer. It changes the quotes, how they look, how some other characters look. It's just appearance thingy. I think about community plugins. That's all. I think. Yeah, the typewriter scroll is another just useful thing when you're typing and the screen just goes along the typing. Yeah. What I also love about Obsidian actually is its ability to do everything with just commands. So for example, Control P opens up different commands you may want. You can move file to another folder. You just type semester 1, the subject, for example, POP, and if that's the lecture. And you can just add it by enter and just add it to the folder. You can also do a lot of other, there's plenty of those commands. This is only a singular example. Yeah, I would have to record another video to explain all of that. You can also open a file from the control line, that's Control O. You can also just type commands like this, like in Notion with the slash. And the fact that I can do everything this just from my keyboard, it just is so much comfortable not to use my mouse all the time. Especially especially when you're in uni, where usually there's not much desk space. Just to use your keyboard it's a great thing, really. So actually, I love it. So that's why I use Obsidian. It's a very useful and comfortable tool, and it actually helps me a lot to study much better. And yeah, that's it for the Obsidian. Okay, so actually that's all the things for today. I mean, all the things I wanted to show you. There is much more, it's just that. But I'm still working on building my own study environment, because I mean, it's still not enough for me. It still needs some improvements. For example, I still take my physical notes on like exercise classes when we do a lot of different examples from the maps, for example. So I actually still carry my physical notebooks, but thanks to the digital notes, it is great to not always use them. However, my study system still needs a lot of improvement. It's not perfect. I'm looking, for example, to change my computer. I mean, not really change, but get myself a secondary machine. Because as much as I love my ThinkPad, it's really huge. It barely fits my backpack. Yeah, I'm looking for a secondary machine just to take notes. I thought I would buy ThinkPad X 250. I really wish I could buy 220 for its old keyboard, or at least 230, but these are old machines and I'm afraid they won't last me until I graduate for next 3 to 5 years. So yeah, I think I will just ditch those models, get for X250, which has 5th gen Intel, so that should be just enough to last me. I'm also looking into getting e-ink for notes to ditch my physical notebooks, because actually it's not very much comfortable to write on paper when you have limited desk space, and It's definitely not comfortable to carry them all the time. They also like to, especially those notebooks, like to get their pages ripped apart because they have this, to like ease this ripping off. But it's not really helpful for me. Yes, I'm thinking about getting e-ink as well. I'm thinking about actually doing more digital minimalism and to get myself separate machines to different specified tasks, which actually could help me improve my productivity. But for now, it's just that what I have is all very makeshift. I feel like because it hasn't changed much. The devices are still the same I used a year ago. It's still my same phone. It's still the same computer. Yeah, I got a second monitor actually at the beginning of uni. Game changer actually. Love that thing. Second monitor lets me focus on studying way more because I can have like 4 open PDFs, which actually happens sometimes. I usually have my Obsidian notes open here and my PDF from lectures here. Sometimes open my Teams if we have like online lessons. Yeah, basically very useful tool to have second monitor. Love that thing. However, yeah, nothing else has changed beside this monitor. Same phone, same computer. Actually, same ebook. I just haven't used it a year ago, so it's back. The ebook is back. Yeah. So I'm looking way to improve it way more. I also heard about this app thing, and so I might do that as well because I like to have my files synced, and Obsidian doesn't sync it for you. I mean, you have to pay it, so it syncs. So it's not great, not ideal, but there is an app for that thing, and it does it, I think, for free. So I'll look into it. I also heard about coding Emacs. I should look into it as well. I just don't know what it is yet. For coding notes, I also use Obsidian for now, so not big of a deal. I can still do just fine. Yeah, you may see those are my not there, but yeah, my coding notes. So they're all here. They all look nice, I think. However, I will look into Emacs. And yeah, there is still a lot of improvement to be done, but I just wanted to show you what I have for now, for at the end of 24 and almost near the end of my first semester. Yeah, next year there will be improvements, and yeah, then I'll show you what has changed. But for now, I think that's all. Yeah, I can give you some of my secondary thoughts about college, but I'll actually put you in the other place. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can actually zoom you in a bit to like. No, actually no. I'll zoom you out. Isn't that great? Look at that. I thought uni will be a bit different. It's. I thought the workload would be a bit less from my high school because in high school I used to get like plenty of work, which didn't always had its point in doing, but yeah, there's just tons of workload. And I thought in uni, after talking to my sister and other friends I know from uni, it will be a bit less, and actually it is. However, not as much. It's just barely different, the workload at least. So I guess I'm glad I was already prepared for so much workload. However, it's a bit different actually because maybe the workload is the same, but actually I have way more freedom to adapt to this new workload. I can, well, this semester not, but I can do whatever I want in however I want actually. Only sometimes I need to do it the certain way, which is actually the actual opposite of the high school, which I'm very glad because it lets me study more efficiently. I also thought that my social circle will be a bit bigger, and actually it is, but I don't know, maybe not as much, as at least not in a way I imagined it to be. Um, Before uni has even started, I went on this trip to mountains to actually make some new friends before my uni has started. Those are trips dedicated to that, and I actually met there a lot of amazing people. However, I just thought I would have a bit closer relationships with them. Yeah. The thing is, I don't meet them a lot. There's a lot of things to do, and actually I want to focus on my studying. So it takes a lot of sacrifices. For example, meeting those new people. Um, yeah, I also thought I could meet my old high school friends way more as well, which doesn't happen actually. I mean, I could have foreseen it before, but meeting high school friends is way more difficult than you could think. My schedule isn't exactly the greatest. It was given to me already set on my first semester. I know that it only happens this semester, that the next ones after this one, I will have full freedom to build my own schedule. But for now, it is what it is. I have to deal with what I have. Um, and many of my high school friends is a bit more difficult because everyone has their own packed schedule and their own exams all the time. So it's even worse now. So in the end, actually, I don't meet that many people. It happens quite rarely, but I don't really mind. Yeah, I got used to studying alone and doing a lot of things alone, actually. So, uh, yeah, I just thought it would be a bit different. It is not. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. I don't know. We'll see later. But for now, I think I will be graduating first semester. I know it sounds a bit silly, but I always worry that I will not make it. Um, but I think we are on a good path, even though it's just my first semester. However, I definitely want to, mm, yeah, I want to improve my workflow way more because for now I'm only studying. I have no job, no work, no anything really. So all my life it really revolves around uni for now. However, since second semester, I want to start working at least part time. Maybe on the weekends, maybe after classes, but definitely I want to do something more than just sitting around in uni. Um, and yeah, so I need to improve my workflow until then, and to make sure I have the space and time to actually manage it all. Um, yeah, stepping into uni is changing a lot. It gives you the perspective, a bit different one, that you actually have a lot of freedom and you can do a lot of things if you want it. Um, However, all things comes with a cost, and yeah, the more I am in uni, the more I notice that um, a lot of people choose just different paths, and that's all right. We all live our own lives. We all have our own goals. It just shows you the perspective of just how vast those goals might be. So, meeting your own people is quite difficult. In like the more you go in life, because the more we get complex, I guess, and the more things matter to us, and it all just becomes very personal. So yeah, I think that uni gives you a great perspective of that. That uh, people are just who they are, and either you can accept them or just go away. So yeah, and it also shows you just how, I guess, lonely you are. I don't mean it in like depressive kind of thing, but yeah, at least for me, I notice a lot that what I do and what I like is not especially very widely popular, like generally, and that's okay, really, because it shows you just how important it is to take care of yourself and your own interests, because without them, you you might not be good. I've been thinking about making like study with me video as well, and I even got myself a bit of hardware for that. I can actually show you. So I actually thought I would be using this camera, and I got myself an HDMI to actually no micro HDMI to HDMI cable to plug it into my computer and stream it. However, it turns out when I plugged it in, when it finally arrived and I plugged it in, that neither my camera or my computer will recognize that either device was connected to each other. And I googled, and you actually need a video adapter before you put it into computer, because both outputs are outputs, not one of them is inputs. They're both outputs, so just connecting them with this cable doesn't do anything. I need an adapter that would an adapter HDMI to USB to my computer, so my computer could detect that it's an actually video feed and not just output. So I was thinking about making this video, but when I discovered that this isn't working, I kind of gave up. I may come back to this idea when I will be more prepared. I feel like my study environment is still not ready for this kind of thing. And yeah, so maybe in the future I'll make the study with me video. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm just not ready for it just yet. So maybe in the future, maybe sometime in the future. However, for now, I think since my life revolves mostly about uni for now, I will keep it to uni related. I will keep my YouTube channel to uni related stuff, because I think people may need those. Yeah, I think that's gonna be all. Okay, yeah, I'll see you sometime next time. See ya.